Hello, Moneypile. Hello, Moneypile. This one is one of the best D&T Modern lists you've seen. Yeah, for sure. For sure. This one right here. It's great. I'm gonna edit my stream title. It's gonna call it Modern 4-Color Moneypile. I'm gonna also update Carbolive. Clear and start over. Moneypile. Okay. Stream is updated. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready? What about the Imperial Seal? Is that expensive? Let me check. Imperial Seal. Ooh, 3.65 ticks. It's not expensive. They never even reprinted that card anymore. Yeah, completed at least the last. And I tried Elementals in Vintage. I don't really play Vintage very often, no. I have a Vintage tournament the 10th of April. Paper Vintage. Which is full proxy, but I'm gonna go with my real cards. This deck is freaking boring. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you for seeing your thing on a free stream. Hello everybody! Welcome to a Mango stream. We are playing 4-Color Yorion Moneypile. The most expensive deck in Modern. The deck filled with Mythic Rare from the Modern Horizon sets, as well as some banned cards in other formats like Omnath, Locus of Iteration, and Teferi Raveler. Brought together by some powerful common removal spells like Prismatic Ending, Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, and some card advantage engines like Spreading Seas, Ephemerate, Iteration. The deck plays 30 lands, and also the lands are expensive because we have 2 million fetch lands, 2 Boseiju, 1 Sokenzan, new card to get back with your Wrenn and Six. Of course, the deck plays Yorion Sky Nomad because the value doesn't stop. Does not stop. Sideboard has 1 copy of Eladamri's Call to go together with the second one in the main. We are playing a bunch of cool little one-offs like Eternal Witness, Emrakul the Promise End, Endurance. But yeah, mostly the Eladamri's Call is gonna just get either like a Solitude if you have an Ephemerate or an Omnath and stuff like that. This deck is good. This deck won the latest SCG team events piloted by Pro Tour champion Andrew Allen Bogan. And he also posted a free list, a free sideboard guide to check on his Twitter. Andrew Allen Bogan. This is the name. And let's go. Let's go play a match. Yeah, this version doesn't play Ragavan. I don't mind it. I've never been too big of a fan of Ragavan in this deck. Okay, Rasu Rabu. Let's go. Yorion reveals. My hand is very nice. Okay. First league, I'm on the draw. I just, opponent looks like they're mulligan into 6. Okay, cool. Don't be afraid to cast your Boseiju's Forest. Ooh, they start with Ragavan. Ay, ay, ay. Off a Stomping Ground, that's weird. I think I'm gonna eat the 2 for 1. And be fine with that. What do I want to get here? I can get Raugrin Triome, Plains. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'm gonna go Fury, pitching Omnath. Just eating the 2 for 1. And passing the turn. Great Village. That's not a land you see every day, let me tell you. I think I'm gonna spread sea all over it. Pre-modern staple. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think I'm going to spread some sea over this Great Village. I'm playing Boseiju. Nah, I'm just playing Plains. Yeah, I'm just playing Plains here. This means I can't go top lane Coatl next turn, but whatever. Plains. And then I play the Spreading Seas on the village. Seal of Fire to get Delirium. And they pass. Very nice. I'm gonna... Ooh, nice. Spreading Seas again. Sign me up. Opponent has more blue mana than us. They are able to play Counterspell, whereas we're not. Man, Spreading Seas is so good. When the opponent's mana screwed. Mwah. Look at that. Okay, they managed to play spells with blue mana in their Gruul deck. That's pretty cool. Let's see if they draw land out of it. They don't. Okay. Pretty awkward mana base at the moment. Ooh, Abundant Growth. This might fix all my problem. Abundant Growth is so good in this deck. It's basically Arkham's Astrolabe. I think I want to go Teferi tick up here. Yeah, I don't fear anything that I need to keep up Counterspell. So yeah, on the draw, just don't be afraid to use your Elemental to a Ragavan. Either Fury or Solitude. Because you're just trading 2 cards for 1, so that feels really bad. But you're on the draw, so you have 1 more card to work with, and etc. Okay, so I'm playing against the Gruul cards. I'm assuming they play with Channeler and the Ragavan. I mean, I see that. So I'm gonna have Aether Gust. I think I take out Counter Spells. This is not technically a card that I love. I feel like you have to play it to edge against the Mirror or Blue Eye Control, but it's not really a good card in these kind of matchups. Maybe Supreme Verdict is also fine. Yeah. Let's go. I want to keep Spreading Seas. I think my opponent has there is a Saga. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I forgot to reveal my companion. Porca merda che cappella. When is the last time I've done this mistake? It's just the cyber is so small, I didn't even see it. I thought it was the would you like to play first button. Instead it was the would you like to reveal the companion button. Okay. Unfortunate. We're gonna do it without Yorion this time. Hopefully it's not gonna matter. Omnath can be pitched to all your... Okay, they play a Ragavan. I'm gonna once again play Solitude on that. But this time I can wait for my opponent because Solitude does Flash, unlike Fury. So this way they can't dash a new one. But they can only cast the second main so that the Wrenn and Six can get it. And I'm going to get the Jeskai Triome, because Boseiju is a forest. So I will the colors. Ignoble Arc. Not taking one hit. I don't know why all you want to make me take hit. I don't want to, no. I hope they don't kill my Wrenn here, because I really need to return this Windswept Heath. But I had to kill the Noble Arc. They missed the land drop there. Fire. Okay. Opponent loves both Delirium and increasing their Tarmogoyf, looks like. Let's hope to draw land there. Ragavan again. Sweet. Land for Mengu. Thank you. What do I want to do here? I think it's just Topland Go and go Coatl. Trying to block their Ragavan in combat phase, hoping they don't have another removal spell. Tarfire always sparks joys. I can also go Solitude, but I feel like now I already took too much card disadvantage, so I really hope they don't have a removal spell there. Coatl's so good in this deck. It's really very good in this deck. This feels so good. When this happens, it's just amazing. And I drew a land, so next time I'm gonna cast an Omnath. Of course they have a Noli Heat, but I guess they, yeah, no, they do have a Delirium because of Tarfire. I forgot to reveal a companion, so I don't have access to a companion. It's a huge mistake, I know. I'm not very used to make that mistake. Really something unexpected, let's say. Looks like they have 6, so no Noli Heat here. Or that's not true. But yeah, even if they do, I still got my card. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, a Blood Moon. Okay. I hope that they never draw removal as well, because otherwise I'll lose this game. Yeah, Omnath, you have to carry this game. Opponent, you have to never draw an Noli Heat or anything, honestly. I have an answer to a Tarmogoyf. Clothis, Teocado. Okay. Omnath Blink? Yep, we're playing 4-color Yorion Omnath. Although Yorion is lacking in this game. Because I forgot to reveal it. They can beat Drain for extra turn. Yeah, I mean they can mitigate the Drain for with Clothis now. Plus they get double green. I'm sure they're gonna draw something like Chandra, Torch of Defiance, and lose. Forest into Boseiju? Yeah. I mean also like Forest into Abundant Growth. But yeah. I never really had fetches in this game, so Blogbird Elf, sure. You can just cascade like a, I don't know, a Tarfire. Lightning Bolt. Bravo, Lightning Bolt you cascaded, cool. Alright, Blogbird Elf. Ooh, Lightning Bolt, attenzione. I can cast this. Putting goes to 7, and then they might die next turn. They might die next turn. If they attack. Because Bolt goes face. So they go to 7 now. Then they go 3. I don't want to cast my Solitude. I'll leave the Solitude for Tarmogoyf. No, don't cast anything good. Oh. Cascade like another Lightning Bolt, please. Nothing powerful, please. Nothing powerful, please. Nothing powerful. No! Come si sono Pyromancer, ma porca merda! Alright, I think I lost, chat. Oh, attenzione, Clothis is now a creature. Meaning that I can't Solitude it. Wait, they discarded a land. Attenzione, it's not over. Let's see how they attack. Oh, attack with everybody. Oh, box! I think I'm gonna Solitude the Clothis actually, because yeah. So I'm gonna give them 4 lives so I don't win the game soon, but maybe now Omnath is really good, so I'm gonna do this. Now I take 6, but like any land gives me 4 lives, so I don't care about it. Should I not attack anymore? They missed the land drop this turn, so they don't have a land in end. That's so weird they didn't play Boseiju. Oh, because they didn't know they were cascading this. If I attack... No, that's pass. Yeah, I don't feel great about attacking. They block, and then if they have a land, they make 2 tokens. So I think I now have to stay back. You know, exile the blocker. The blocker plea blocks Noble Face. They gain 2 life. Alright, I'll lose. Okay, good game. Blood Moon. Very strong. Alright, let's go game 3 against Gruul. Gruul. Alright. Thankfully the Yorion miss didn't matter. It didn't end up mattering. What about Supreme Verdict? It doesn't seem great. Let's go with this. You want to bring in the Force of Vigor. Nah. If you know they play Blood Moon, this deck can play around it. It's not... this deck can play around this. Okay. So... Considering that I both want to play around Blood Moon as well as deploying my plan, I think I can go something like Jeskai Triome, Island. Yeah. Jeskai Triome, Island. So that I can cast Aether Gust and Expressive Iteration on turn 3. Okay, let's do that. Andrea seems fine. Yeah, I mean, this deck is full of fine cards. Okay, Stomping Ground tapped. Ketria Triome? No. What do I want to do? Just Triome Island. Yeah, I like that. Even give me the double blue. Ooh, Eladamri Coatl. Okay. What deck do you suggest to cope with breakup feelings? That's a good question. Probably a very good deck, so you win, you're happy. Something like Mono White Hammer Time. You love a Yorion pile? Yeah, Torpor Orb. That's a card. I think I'm gonna... We can go Fury next turn then. Let me go Eladamri Coatl. I'm gonna go for a Plains. Yeah. What creature do I tutor up? Witness? I can tutor up Witness, but then I don't have access to an answer. Yeah, I go Plains. Actually, I can't go Witness because I don't have a... Witness doesn't even do anything, sorry. I guess I can still take Witness and Prismatic Ending the Torpor Orb. That's true. I don't have the mana to cast Eladamri Coatl. That's a mistake then. I should have gone. And I guess I wanted to go Iteration here. You know what? I'm just taking Island regardless. I'm not doing anything. Not casting Eladamri Coatl. Ooh, Spreading Seas. I like that. I was going to play Iteration, but I think I'm going to go Spreading Seas instead. Or should I still go Iteration here? Even if they go Blood Moon, I have the answer. Yeah, I think I'm going to go see. My opponent has some double red cards in their deck. Plus, casting Iteration like this means that it's pretty bad if you, like, don't hit a land. I could have gone Fury, but it dies to Bolt. If you evoke Fury here, it stays in play. But it dies to Bolt, so I feel like this is okay. Oh, you love Sea on a basic. I didn't think about Sea on a basic. Anyway. Rebo Dead, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to Mango's stream. Okay, I love Wrenn and Six here. I wonder if I should go Iteration first. Find a land with Iteration and then play Wrenn and Six. Nah. I'd rather probably go... Maybe I just go Wrenn, land, pass. Yeah, I think that is better. Just Wrenn, land... the one that gets me basic planes, so that if they play Blood Moon, I don't care about it. And then keep up Aether Gust. I don't want Aether Gust the Clothis yet. If they cast a spell, I'll Aether Gust that. If they don't, I'll Aether Gust the Clothis. Thank you, Ribodeb. Welcome. I have so many plays available with this deck. So many plays available with this deck. That, This is a Bloodbird Elf. A Chandra. No, we don't do these things here. Let's go Plains, Aether Gust. And now I'll exile Clothis so that they put a card on top. Let's see if they have a land. They do. So they will be able to cast Chandra next turn. Actually, no, they don't have double red. I guess unless they have a red land in hand. Aloha. For sure, I have to Prismatic Ending the Clothis. I can even March it. I think it's finally time to go Expressive Iteration. I've waited long enough. Ooh, another Spreading Seas. Yeah, these cards are nice. I'm gonna go Bolt in hand. Ephemerate bottom, exile Spreading Seas. Now... I guess... My problem is that if I Spreading Seas the Stomping Ground, then they can use Colossus again to exile my red land. So many tough plays, to be honest. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I can go March on the Colossus, pitching a card like Eladamri's Call. But then I still need a... What if I just Spreading Seas the Stomping Ground? And they don't have a double red. I think it's good. Then I guess I don't have a fetch to return with Wrenn at that point. Man, this is tough. Don't know how to play. They even have Treetop Village. Alright, I guess I'm going to just waste the Spreading Seas here. Because I have to go March on the Colossus. Right? Because I want to keep the Prismatic Ending for... I want to keep the Prismatic Ending for Chandra in case they have a... Then I think I'm going to do the following play here. Unclear if it's right or wrong, but I'm doing it. I'll take Sacred Foundry is fine. Yeah, no, maybe green land I want. Stomping Ground is fine. I can't. Alright, Sacred Foundry then. Yes. I'll go Prismatic Ending here. So I wasted the Spreading Seas. It's a shame. I'm really uncomfortable with this deck. But and now I have a 3/3 double strike. So that they can't attack with Treetop Village. And if they have Chandra, they minus some Fury so I can kill Chandra with Wrenn. If they don't, I can attack Chandra. It's not easy. This deck is very hard to play. The people who say it's boring probably don't really know Magic very well. And that's fine. Not everybody needs to know Magic very well. Actually, it's better if you don't, probably. Okay, they end up going Bolt and attacking Wrenn. That's okay. You could have... no, you can't. Read the card March, I think. Yeah. You need to exile 2 white card. Okay. Now, what do I do? Let me go Wrenn, return Flooded Strand. I can go Eladamri Coatl Omnath. Omnath doesn't draw a card, and then Chandra can kill Omnath. So maybe I'd rather just go land, get back Yorion, passing the turn with Bolt and Eladamri's Coatl up. Yeah, the 2-for-1 with Fury was brutal, but I think it was needed in order to play around Chandra. Now they do have Chandra. I can March Torpor now. Yeah. Okay, looks like they're casting the Chandra here. Unfortunately, I couldn't Spreading Seas that. Maybe I should have had... Oh, wow. They do this play instead? Crazy. I'll let them attack me first, so that they can't tap this for mana. I could have also March it. Maybe that was better, actually. Because March can hit a creature land for 1 mana. They bolt my Wrenn. Okay. Now we have to play Chord of Calling. Sorry, Eladamri's Call for a white land. What white land do I get? Probably Temple Garden. They have 2 cards in it, one of which is Chandra. So I'll go Temple Garden, and now which creature do I tutor up for? I can get Eternal Witness, or I can get Omnath. If I get Eternal Witness, I have to go March for 3 on Torpor Orb. No. I think... So if I get Omnath, I don't draw a card on ATB, but if I draw a land, a fetch land, I get to play Yorion. But that's pretty risky play. Maybe I should have just let Wrenn die and go for March on Torpor Orb. I think that was maybe better. Yeah, I think that was maybe better. Anyway, what do we tutor up here? I think it's still Omnath. Then I draw. I guess I was relying on Wrenn to give me the fetch land for the 5 mana with Omnath. Yeah, that's what happened here. So another available play is, of course, to play March and then play Omnath, but that's really bad against Chandra that they have in hand. So I think I'm going to make a simple play here. It's just Yorion pass. This way, my opponent can't go Chandra, basically, because we have a 4/5, and Chandra only deals 4, and they have 2 cards in hand. So I think this play plays best against my opponent's hand. March plus Omnath is bad. They have Chandra in hand. A reveal of Wrenn and Six. Okay. End of turn, I think I'm going to also play Ice-Fang Coatl. Again, it doesn't draw any card, but kills Chandra. It even has Death Touch. Look at that. So I'm giving up a little bit of my value, but it doesn't matter. I already gained some good value in this game. So let's begin with attacking the Planeswalker to death. Now I can go March on Torpor Orb. Then I can go Omnath. Draw a card. Okay, I can go fetch land. Okay. That is Stomping Ground. Do I want to cast this Fury? I can hold it, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm holding it. Maybe I should have played it. But I don't know. Okay, this was a lot of navigating through some little things. Overall, the power of this deck is much higher than the power of my opponent deck, so we got there. But, yeah, it's very hard in early game to piece together what you have to do. Man, this is tough. Like, figuring out the early game in this deck is very hard. Both the mana base and the million 2-drops that you play, they all cost different kind of mana. Also playing around Blood Moon in the meanwhile. Yeah, it was not an easy game. I'm glad it's over. And that's the thing with Blood Moon against this deck. If the opponent is on the play and knows you play Blood Moon, this deck can definitely play around it. But if you don't, sometimes you can't. Like that game 2, I think I didn't even cast a single fetch land. We just died. We just died to Blood Moon. Yeah, the iteration turn was not good. I made a mistake, but then I think I fixed that later by just ignoring the 2-for-1 of the iteration. That's the problem with iteration, right? Whenever you don't flip a land, it's so weird. Right? So that's why I don't love to cast iteration in the early game. Because if you don't flip a land in the top 3, it's very strange. Hello, Yellow Cheetos. Okay, Ketria Triome. I'm gonna just begin in the best way possible, which is Snow-Covered Forest, Arkham's Astrolabe. Here we go. Iteration 33 with London End is good. Not in this deck. To play a land nonetheless. Yeah, but not in this deck. This deck doesn't have enough 1-drop to justify it. It needs at Murktide? Yes, of course. It needs at Murktide. You have so many 1-drops that you're gonna be able to play your card even if you don't flip a land. Okay. My opponent plays only 60 cards, and they play... Maybe they play Elementals. Yeah. When he plays a Murktide. Yeah, this deck doesn't have 1-drops. Unless, of course, you count the ending and bolts as 1-drops. Teferi. See. Okay. Let's hope they tick up. Nice. It's a kind of squeeze. If you tick up... it's bad against Prismatic Ending, but if you tick down, it's bad against Dash Ragavan or stuff like that. And of course they can go Omnath here, that would be bad, but... Ooh, Dwarven Mine. Okay. Ooh, Archon of Cruelty. Okay. That's cool. Let's see if I can draw Teferi. Or a Solitude. Solitude? Ooh, Teferi, very good. And my opponent now has only blue-red mana. So they can't cast Teferi, Wrenn. I have to discard a card, it's no problem. I'll discard this. Where do I leave? Senigallia. It's in the center of the country. Jace the Mind Sculptor, better than all. Pogs. Pogs. Alright, let's go to Teferi, bounce the Archon to begin. Yeah, I feel like I just want to play a land here. I don't care about keeping up the March. Remember, March cannot exile Planeswalker. It's one of the weaknesses of this card. Ooh, do they have it? No, okay. Oh, Wrenn and Six. Okay. They have 4 cards in it, one of which is an Archon. But they... Oh, I guess they can get another Blood Crypt with Wrenn and Six and cast the Archon very soon. Yep, looks like they will be casting Archon soon. Weird that they didn't brainstorm before fetching. I'm gonna go Sokenzan and kill the Wrenn next turn. Not a great play, but what can you do? I drew a lot of lands in this game. That's fine. I'm gonna land a fetch land so that if I draw an Omnath, I can deal 4 damage to... Oh, Fire Ice. Yeah, no, okay, I'll concede. My hand is awful, and they have 2 Planeswalkers and an Archon in hand. Okay. Let's go to sideboard. No, I probably don't mind Emrakul. I guess. I don't know. Counterspell, Gust, Eladamri Call. Yep, that's 7 cards. Lightning Bolt doesn't seem good. I guess not true, actually, because Lightning Bolt is good against the creature they target with. Fury seems bad. March seems very bad. Coatl? Coatl's pretty medium. I think I'm taking out Emrakul. I don't know what the Eladamri called. Tutto bene, tutto bene. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's go like this. Let's reveal Big Bird. Alright, this is a very fine hand. I don't need to play around Blood Moon in this matchup. So I just get a green land, I think. So I get a Ketria Triome. Yeah, because I have planes, so I can get Ketria Triome. I can go Steam Bands Coatl. As well as Counterspell. Sorry. Wait, you have a 1-drop? What's that, Thoughtseize? That's a Thoughtseize. Wow, okay. That's a full 5 color then. Because we've seen Teferi, Wrenn, and now Thoughtseize. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna just take 2 damage and pass with Coatl. I'll keep the fetch for Omnath later. Let's see if they have a Wrenn and Six. That would be very bad, but we can kill her with this bolt. Yeah. All those color are handled together by Wrenn. It's the same thing with the Jund deck I played yesterday. Taking Wrenn down here. Then I drew a Counterspell, which is good. They can't cast Teferi, funnily enough, next turn. With their Jund mana. The deck must open some clunkers sometimes. Okay, they're already on 12. Although life total doesn't really matter in this matchup. Really happy I have this Counterspell though. Let's see what they're about to cast here. Is that a Fable of Mirror Breaker? No, okay. I was thinking they could have a Fable of Mirror Breaker there. I want the Hallowed Fountain. I don't care about Death Touch on this guy. If they have the Archon, this dies regardless. They're casting spells in their end step? Oh, okay. Wrenn and Six, very good. I'll play Wrenn, return a land, and hold up Counterspell. Breeding Pool, I guess. I guess I can play... No, Breeding Pool. Do I like this deck? Yes. It's a good deck. Also pretty hard to play whenever you draw spells. Obviously now, whatever, plays itself, but... Oh, this is Wallet Control? I like the name Moneypile better. But Wallet Control is also a good name. 4-color Wallet Control. I think if you play this deck, yeah, you're right. They should rename Expressive Iteration to Expensive Iteration. You play like the 4th version. Okay, let's see what they do. They have planes. Wow. And they play Teferi. Which I guess I have to counter. Island maybe? I'm gonna go Island. Yeah, I don't want to take too much damage. Draw. Counterspell. Iteration. Let's go. Nice. 2 bolts. Wow, I have 8 damage. It's really good. Alright, I'm gonna go hand, bottom, exile. Attack for 1. Do I want to start bolting with Wrenn? I honestly might. 9? Yeah. Play Teferi. I might just bolt with Wrenn here, so that if they like go Archon of Cruelty, I can just suck the Wrenn. And Teferi's on 5, so even if they have a Archon of Cruelty, I still have a Teferi around. They bolt my Wrenn. That's okay. Again, I have enough lands. Dwarven Mine. So they don't have creativity in end. Bolt Teferi as well. Is the Prismatic March on Coatl? Oh, okay. I don't have anything anymore all of a sudden. I want to kill the dwarf token with Wrenn. Alright, they conceded. Okay. We didn't really do much, but I guess my opponent deck is really, really unstable, and they just drew removal spells. Which is weird to him, but it's okay. Why change my sideboarding at all? I don't think I want to. I mean, Supreme Verdict is really not good, but like, what do I put in instead? I can have Fury, I guess, but no. Let's go with this. The Emrakul is for the mirror match. Emrakul is really good in the mirror match. Okay. I'll keep this hand. Not amazing, but it's fine. I like Spreading Season. Very strong against my opponent deck that has to cobble together 3 mountains to make dwarf tokens. Hopefully it's not Wrenn and Six. It is, okay. Strong. You're up. I think I prefer going Spreading Seas over my other options. They can go Teferi if they have another Sacred Foundry in the deck. It looks like they don't have it. So I'm going to Spreading Seas the Raugrin Triome, and then I'm hoping that my opponent decks doesn't have another white source to cast Teferi anymore. That could happen. That could really happen. Okay, now I have to figure out if I want to get... I can get like a Jeskai Triome with a Flooded Strand. Yeah. Yeah, I could also play a tap land Steam Vents, but I think Jeskai Triome is better here. But yeah, mirror match of 4 against 5 colors. 5 color greed versus 4 color greed. Plains. Ooh, they have a Plains. Sorry, I forgot about that. So they do have white mana. They go to discard here. Sure. Yeah, as I said, very weird that it went Plains, to be honest. I wonder why. Maybe just cast a fairy. Oh, March on... Wow. Okay. Draw. I can go... My problem with going Wrenn 7. I guess I can go Wrenn and keep up both Counterspell and... yeah. Yeah, I'm going Wrenn and then I play Steam Vents untapped. Or I guess if I... No, if I had a Flooded Strand, I play a Flooded Strand. If the Wrenn resolves. I decided to play this not around Spell Pierce intentionally, because I don't care about this Wrenn, so if they have a Spell Pierce, I'm actually happy if they counter this. It's not an easy game, in the sense that my opponent had a lot of card advantage with the Wrenn. They returned 4 lands. I pass. I have all these 3 options to play my opponent's turn. I feel like I have to play Aether Gust though among them. So Ryan is about to emblem here. They still can't get Dwarven Mines out. So I try them. I want to play the Aether Gust here. On Wrenn because it's on 7 loyalty. Okay, they go to discard. They have 2 Arid Mezzanine that I know about. They probably discard 1. No, Scalding Tarn, sure. Draw step? What's this? Ice my Raugrin Triome in draw step. Okay. I could cast this Eladamri Call if I want to. What would I get with it though? I think it's better than nothing, considering that I still hold up the... yeah. I think I'll go for Eladamri Call in response. Super Jump Cube, I haven't, no. I can also get the Coatl. I can get a Coatl, or I can get Witness. Because Omnath has so many options. I guess I don't mind Coatl, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Play a fetch land and pass. Mamma mia. Not easy. Dwarven Mine. Yep, you have enough mountains. But I have a Bolt up. So I have both Bolt and Counterspell all the way from Alpha. Let's see. They need to pop another red. They need 3 red and a quarter of this. Yes, great. I can go Bolt in response. They have 2 mana, so I'm assuming they have a Counterspell, and I go Counterspell. Remand? Where? On the Bolt? Ma che cazzo? Ma che schifo? Alright, I guess I'm not using my Counterspell on this. Results. Alright, let's go. Let's go! Okay, now I'll return the classic fetch land and I'll play Abundant Growth on the Sokenzan. Then I'll play Teferi and I leave up Counterspell, yeah. Then I play Teferi, take up, and pass. Hello, Jeff. Hard evidence, okay. You bought a playset of 4 Pyromancer. Ooh, why? Where do you play them, Jeff? Okay, my Wrenn and Six dies. Rest in peace. What about my Teferi? Unsure. I'll play Coatl end of turn. No, but yeah, I know. Where are you gonna play them? Let's take up Teferi. Let's play my Wrenn and Six. And now the game is a nice little walk in the park. I guess I shouldn't attack, right? Yeah, because they have the token coming in. And now we just cruise. We don't lose we just play safe, and yeah, we win. Rakdos? Yeah. I think I'm letting Jace resolve. Debbie, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome, Debbie. We are playing Modern, as often we do. Playing 4-color Yorion Moneypile today. Okay, they just go Brainstorm with Jace, and I'll play Eladamri Call, getting my friend Omnath, whose secret third ability will kill Jace without doing anything. Blue, green, white, red, We go Omnath. Look, remember, we have Teferi, so they can't interact with us. Then we go Flooded Strand, fetch, get whatever, planes. Then I return fetch land. It's funny how I only have access to one fetch land in 27 cards, but that's okay. Gain 4 mana. Fetch. Get. No, I wanted to trigger the last ability to kill Jace, but they conceded. Thank you for making your warning. I'm happy about that. Alright. That was good. Thank you. That be it. And everyone else who subscribed today. Okay, 2121. This deck is grindy. I'll have to go to the bathroom now, because these matches have been long. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, chat? Don't go anywhere. Ah. Okay. Ready. Unfortunately, can't stay longer. That's okay. Thank you for hanging out. There's always the YouTube channel if you are missing the videos. On the YouTube channel, today is gonna be Jund. And then I'm gonna, just make sure to post one deck per day. Okay, we're on the play with our companion. A very good end. As long as we don't play Sacred Foundry on turn 1, this is a very good end. And he spies on that Jund list. It comes from Aspiring Spike with 4 Liliana for Season Pyromancer. No Bubble, no Darcy. I don't think that's the best way to build Jund, but I play everything. I'll play everything. Okay, let's go. Jeskai Triome. Jeskai Triome, Forest, Ice-Fang Coatl. Yep, that's what I do. Okay, Tron, huh? It's gonna be hard. Hard. I play everything except Yawgmoth and Burn. That's true. That is true indeed. Whenever our opponent doesn't play any green land in the first 2 turns of Tron, I always hope it's Eldrazi Tron. Please. Just be Eldrazi Tron. I pass here. I don't want to get back Yorion. Please go like basic waste. Forest, no. No. I don't have any counterspell, so yeah, this resolves. Have I seen the Mono Black Cabal Coffers deck? Yeah, played against it twice. I have played against it twice. It didn't feel very good. I try to focus more on the strong decks in the metagame. Not necessarily, you know, only tier 1, but just, yeah, more on the strong decks. Yeah, I feel like I'm going Omnath here, despite... This one has 8 mana next turn. Do I want to go Omnath? The thing is that I can't get back Yorion. Maybe that's actually better. I just get back Yorion. Next turn I can go Omnath Yorion. Draw 20,000. I prefer this version or Ragavan. I prefer this version. Keep up my imaginary counterspell. No, if I pass, I'm definitely returning Yorion. No, I think I am just playing Omnath this turn. I hope they don't have I don't know, anything. Classic, right? The classic hope against your own. Buyback 0. Well, it comes into play, conjure a copy of it in your hand. Whenever I play a card that cantrips and draws the same card, I always joke about thinking conjure a random. Oh, come here, the Spreading Seas! Nice, Mango. Alright, so let's go Bobnut. Draw a card. Now what? So I have 5 mana. I have to go Bolt and Spreading Seas. So I guess I'm just taking a tap land. Not necessarily though, since I have Spreading Seas. Sorry, that draw me a card. But I want to shock myself just in case I draw a card. Is it worth it? I don't think it is. So let's go Spreading Seas. What's the latest land you teetered up? On Urza's Mine. Okay. Unfortunate. Maybe I could have... I mean, I was super happy to draw Spreading Seas. I'm just regretting now not taking 2 damage off my land. Yeah, that's my turn. You can go... They just tutored up Urza's Mine, so maybe they have like another Sylvan Scrying to go get it. Which is bad, of course, but maybe also they don't. Take islands so I can join under sea? Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah, no, also probably 2 damage don't matter at all. So I always, yeah. Also, I could have drawn, you know, Coatl, I could have drawn Wrenn. Yeah, I totally should have taken 2 damage there. Civil Librarian, we'll see next turn what happens. Don't make plans this turn for the next turn against drawn, since it might really change. You don't, yeah, no, for sure, I should have taken 2 damage. Okay, we're still fine here. They are thinking a lot, so they don't have an easy Okay, so the land that I Spreading Seas was the Urza's Mine because my opponent went Sylvan's Scrying for a mine earlier. So that means they don't have it in end, whereas they could have more of these in end. Okay? So don't go for the tower just because it's a tower. Hello Sanchez, you love Moneypile? Yeah, it's good. The line is to not have a line, exactly. The line is just to hope to draw the right card. If I didn't bolt the Ugin, no, it's not that. I had 1 spare mana at the end because Omnath gives you 4, so I could have had access to 5 mana, and I played Bolt, Spreading Seas, and Spreading Seas. I could have played. Yeah, it's okay. All right, I made a play here. Hopefully it's not Sylvan's Scrying. Puck, I'm out of Sylvan's Scrying. No, I could have Spreading Seed this, and it didn't have Tron. All right. They pick up another mine, and they have Tron again. 7 mana. What do they do? Relic. Okay, that's not scary. It's not a scary card. Map. Ooh, so my Spreading Seas does nothing. Ah, no, actually, it's not true. It's not true. Because I can Prismatic Ending the map, and then Spreading Seas. Allora, let's begin with just... Okay, so I have 5, I have 10 mana. Yorion costs 8. Unfortunately, Yorion costs 8. Huh. I think I'm going to make a different play here, actually. Because Yorion can blink 2 seas, meaning that I can put them on the plant and the tower, so my opponent cannot Tron. So I'm gonna do that. I have 11 mana. You're right, I have 11 mana, even better. So I'm gonna do this. I'll begin by playing Prismatic Ending on the map. Yeah. Look at this now, because Yorion can blink the Spreading Seas, and we can... ideally, they get what? I don't know. Let's see what they get here. C first? Oh yeah, I should have done C on mine first, and then Prismatic Ending, so they would have gotten a 3rd mine. I should have done that. Ah, so close. I thought about the sequencing, but I should have just sequenced the opposite in the first 2. Yeah, that's cool. I should have started Spreading Seas here, then the Prismatic Ending on the map. They pick up a mine, and then we Yorion blink the 2C and put them here. So they have 2 mine in play and a mine in hand. It's okay. It would have been a very good line, but okay. They got Sanctum of Ugin. Sure. So this fizzles. Now, I can go Spreading Seas on the mine. I think I'm still going Yorion and put him here. Is there any land I want in particular? I don't think so. Yeah, any is fine. I'll get a plains. Return Yorion. Wait, chat. I don't have 8 mana. Porca madosca, ma perché io sto a sentire la chat? Vabbè, thank God I sequenced the card in this way. Alright, let's return Yorion. Pass the turn. Nicholas, I'll time you out. It's not a ban, it's just I'll time you out. Pass. Okay, so thankfully it's fine. Thankfully it's fine. Ancient Steerings. Alright, please don't find a mine. Ulapog, okay. Oblivion Stone, okay. Tower. Okay, Expressive Iteration is good. Alright. I have 6, 7, 11 mana. Let's begin with an Expressive Iteration, shall we? Right, I'm gonna go... So I have 5, 9 mana. I'm gonna go Hand, Bottom, Exile. Then I probably go for that Fetchland Expressive. Nah, I just go Expressive. I just go Expressive again. Looking for the... Ooh, March. That's nice. Right? Can I march the Oblivion Stone? Let me see. I have 3 plus 4, 7 mana. Yep, I can. So I'm gonna go Hand, Bottom, Exile. Now I go... Fetch for Island. Yeah, I don't care about it. Fetch for Island. Tons of mana. 7 to be precise. Okay, I don't need to tap them though. I can play Yorion, blink, and then end of turn use March on the stone. Okay, let's go Yorion. Blink to draw 3 cards. Porca merda, now they can use Oblivion Stone. Ah, Mengu, porca puttana Eva! Madonna mia, Madonna mia, Madonna mia, Madonna mia! Allora, I'll go March on Stone. Using Solitude. Cast. 2. Done. I kill Yorion. Okay. End of turn. Ta-da. Spreading Seas. I think I still go on Mines. And draw 3 and pass. Okay. They have 3/6. Ancient Steerings again. Okay. We could have had a Yorion in play and won the game with an attack, but instead it's gonna take a little bit longer, unfortunately. See you in 50 minutes? You won't see me in 50 minutes. See you tomorrow, M. Cervato. Bye-bye. Thank you for hanging around. Okay. Thragtusk. Ah, that's large. It's gonna take even longer to kill my opponent now. How much mana do they have? 3, 6, 7. They have 7 mana, so funnily enough, they're actually close to our cast things. Okay, how do I want to begin? I think I'm once again beginning with an Expressive Iteration. Ooh, another C, very nice. I'm gonna go hand, bottom, exile. The C is gonna go on the power plant, so we're safe that they can never Tron me anymore. I mean, in the next turn. Teferi, okay. That's fine, right? Yeah. Let's go fetch. Take 3 damage this time. Yeah, so I have 1, 2, 6 mana. I need to use 4. I guess I can play also Wrenn and Six. Okay. So, starting with Bolt on the Tusk. Okay. Then I'll play Teferi. Bounce. And then I'll play Wrenn and Six. I can return a land or just ping you. I think I'll ping you. And I have Counterspell up. Alright. Yeah, with this deck I can't really read chat anymore, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It's just, you just need to count too much, and sometimes I just read chat and I miscount. So, alright, I think I want to counter the Ancient Steerings. It's G1, yeah it is. 6 mana Verncoil Engine. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't deal with the Verncoil right now. I don't have Solitudes. Man, imagine if I had a Yorion in play. I would have won this game instead. Instead, I haven't won it. So, I go Wrenn and Six, deal 1 damage to you. Doesn't really matter. I'll play a land and pass. I'll block the Wurm. And then I bolt it. They go up to 14 again. Oh, I can Prism the Omnath. I haven't thought about it. Okay, end of turn I'm going to exile the Oblivion Stone. They probably don't want to crack it. Oh, to make it... Wait, they crack it. Crazy. Okay, sweet. Ooh, I should have... Maybe... Oh, I should have killed the Verncoil in response. Yeah, I don't have that much time. I'm playing very quick right now. Take my turn. I didn't think about that line. Draw a card. Counterspell. Okay. Gain 4, and then I pass. Ula Pog. What do they get? They get another Ulapog. And they have 2 of a kind of each, so it will be impossible probably. I don't know, maybe we can draw Solitude. We'll see. I don't have that much time left. I don't have that much time left. Maybe I should just give up. Maybe if I draw Solitude, they don't draw another payoffs. I don't play Memory Deluge. Okay, good game. Good game, opponent. This is a very nice match. I punted several times, which brought me to the defeat, but of course I could have won this game, but that's okay. I left Counterspell. Is that about it? It doesn't seem like there's that many other cards to bring in this matchup. Fury seems bad. March? I think it's fine. Aether Gust? It's not great. Maybe I'll have like one Force of Vigor. I think I like everything else. Okay. We got Wrenn and Six and a Dream. You'd cut one Solitude for a call. Sure. I think I'm gonna go March on the expedition map here. And pass. Ooh, I have a Boseiju, 2 copies of in my deck. That's true. I didn't even think about it. That would be a good draw. Okay, very nice. Really happy I sequenced the... Really good sequencing. I guess being on the play, that's what happens, right? Maging losing the die roll. Alright, I'm taking a blue-white land here. And kill the ending. Alright, I'm playing with double map and double Tron. Hopefully they don't Tron. It looks like... Oh, wow. Okay. Strong deck. Yeah, Tron is very strong. That 3 map. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to draw the... Ooh, but they don't have any payoffs. I think I'd rather draw... I'd rather go for the... Just trying to get lucky and find... I guess... yeah, just Boseiju. I think Boseiju can still save me here, maybe. Boseiju can still save me here, maybe. Oh, but I tapped in a way where I can't cast Boseiju if I draw it. Alright, never mind. Yeah, maybe if I had green mana up, they couldn't have cracked the map. But still bluffing Counterspell. Karn liberated. Do they jam it? Do they jam it? They don't. Okay. That's good. Iteration. Alright, that's a good start. Let's start with iteration. Oh no, the Counterspell? Haha! Okay, you have the Counterspell, huh? Okay. I'll keep up my imaginary Counterspell and pass the turn. Nadu6. Nadu6 asks, did you hear about the tier 1 con that will be in Sweden, Mango? Yes, I'll be casting the event. I'll be doing commentary of the modern event. It's gonna be great. From 1st to the 3rd of July. Okay, it took a while, but it's finally over and we can move on to another match. Hopefully shorter this time. Hopefully shorter next time. But this deck doesn't really do short matches, huh? Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I mean, we could have won game 1 if I didn't make several mistakes throughout the game. That's okay. I think with spreading seas, you have options to win. Of course, lacking a fast clock like Ragavan is a huge deal. What do you expect from MTG Stream the 31st? I hope for the return of PPTQs and GPs. And somewhat of a ways to accumulate points to qualify for events. No monetary reward, because they've said that clearly last time. But just a way to chain events. That's what I expect. The Emrakul is for the mirror match. Okay, I have to bottom a card. I think it will be... Omnath or Witness? No, I think Omnath. Gonna GP Mexico City? Yeah. Okay, it looks to be another slow matchups, unfortunately. Go Ketria Triome. Then I can go... Wow, I just redraw the Omnath that I put at the bottom. I think I want to get the Temple... Actually, I can't get Temple Garden. Alright then, Hallowed Fountain. And then Spreading Seas. Nice. What are my thoughts on 60 card Uvu Control? It's not my type of deck. But if you're named Guillaume Wafutapa, you could play it. I think I'm trying to resolve a Teferi here with a basic forest. Let's see if they have the answer. They do. It's called Counter Target Spell. Now, if nothing really happens... Wow, they don't have a land? Cool. I'm gonna go Witness. Just snap counter? Okay. That's fine. Eventually they'll finish. Or did you find a core colorless with 0 Boseiju, right? I never drew a Boseiju. I mean, I did draw it earlier. I drew it earlier. Okay, they now can cast Teferi. Pick up. Oh, va bene. Draw. Solitude. I think I just go Prismatic Ending. I don't want to get greedy with... I don't want to get greedy with Abundant Growth first. Okay, they pass again. Nice. Draw. Wrenn and Six. This is very good. First, I want to do this, and then if this resolves, I'll go Wrenn. Yeah, okay. Oh. Please resolve. Please resolve. No, a third force, a third counterspell. Okay. It's a Boseiju. Unfortunately, I can't cast... Unfortunately, I can't cast Omnath with it. Because it'd have doubled two green lands. Could have put the Abundant Growth in the forest, but then I couldn't have double spell with a Wrenn, so I think I like this. I mean, obviously I got punished for drawing the Boseiju, but that's okay. Play 80 cards, I think it's fine to do the way we did. I can't cast a spell, so I have to pass the turn. Okay, no Memory Deluge at least. They pass again, okay. Nice, we drew a land. Very good. Let's play something, shall we? I think it's just going to be Omnath here. Hopefully it's not Snapcaster Counterspell. Actually, this is like fine as long as they don't follow up with like a card advantage Planeswalker, something like Jace of the Mind Sculpture. But if they or Teferi Hero of the Minari, of course, that would be the way to punish me tapping out. Because a Teferi or a Snapcaster like isn't the biggest of the deals. Okay. It's very bad news, but unfortunately my deck is very much tap out, so I think I had a forced play there. Wrenn and Six. If I go Yorion, I draw 2 cards. I think I'm gonna risk it and go Omnath, hoping to draw fetch land with its trigger. Opt, okay. Opt, yeah, it's a very popular card, popularized by Wafutapa, who top 4'd and won Saturday and Sunday challenge with Blue Eye Control with Opt. So ideally here I draw fetch land, which would unlock 6 mana, letting me go Yorion Ephemerate, I don't know. Fetch land? It's not. I have a bet. I'm just going Island Go here. I don't want to give up. And this deck doesn't play with Anoli Heat, so we have Bolt instead, which is, you know, much worse in this spot. Teferino, Paperino. Okay. They bounce Yorion. Omnath, okay. Let's cast Omnath yet again. Alright, I'll concede. Let's go to game 2. This is a matchup for Emrakul, the Promise End. A bit of Summer, okay. Now we have to cut 6 cards. Wutang. Let's take out some of these removal spell. I'll go Solitude, but maybe I can't afford to take 2 outs. I'll keep in all the bolts. Maybe 4 bolts is too many. You sent me a Twitter DM. Very funny. Yeah, I think this is fine. Maybe 4 bolts is too many. Although it kills Teferi time Raveler that goes to minus. Fury is good versus Planeswalker. It's also a 5 mana sorcery card, but maybe it's better than Bolt. What does Blue White bring in against us? Maybe counterspells? More counterspells? I'll just fetch our Triome main phase. I don't want to waste anyone's time. You cast Omnath? How do you cast Emrakul? Yeah, in theory, the mana from Omnath will help. I feel like I just play a Taplin and say go here. Next turn I might go Eladamri Call, but I wanna lay out all these Shockland first, simply because I might wanna hold the fetchlands for Omnath. Yeah, I don't think I wanna cast this Eladamri Call. I would have, like, I don't exactly know what to get. Maybe I can get Witness along the way. I already have the Ephemerate. I don't know. I'm not in a rush. I could return Yorion, but I'm afraid to tell my opponent I don't have Counterspell. You're gonna go Sokenzan here. It might be bad. It might be bad, but... Just 2 1/1s might do something in this matchup. If they like do nothing, I think I like this situation. I don't want to get back Yorion now because I still can bluff Counterspell. Yeah, I think I will. I can't even cast the Collier, but again, I don't think I want to. I don't really plan to cast any spell, to be honest. Alright, maybe this one I will. Maybe this spell I will cast. And if they counter, I mean, not that they have any... Ooh, okay, it looks like irresolved. Sweet. Yeah, passing, not moving here. That's if they have a Charm or a Memory Deluge. They haven't cast a spell yet, it's turn 5. Oh, Castle of Interest, that's good. We do have 4 Spreading Seas in our list. I think I'm going to fetch up a Triome since I don't necessarily want to cycle it if I draw it. Yeah, still not doing anything. Okay, maybe, yeah, that spell, maybe it's worth casting, especially since they have Castle. So if I don't cast any spell, they just scry there. So I'll go to Teferi, and again, if they counter, it's fine. Counterspell, okay. And pass. I know they can't scry, which is good. Is that a deluge? Oh, it is. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I wish I had Eladamri call for an endurance now. Yeah, the new Triome's gonna be crazy. I don't know how Modern Mana Base will react to that. I don't think that black gives you much, so you still like don't play black, but you for sure have like what, the Naya Triome in this deck and the Bant Triome. I don't know, do you play 4 Triomes? Probably. Opponent is casting a spell. A Teferi, porca boia. Ay ay ay, Teferi. Do I go call for Emrakul here? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will go call for Emrakul. Or maybe I should go call for Coatl instead. I know it's much different, but Emrakul costs 9. I'm on 7 land at the moment. The Coatl might help me taking down the Teferi. Yeah, maybe I'll just go for Coatl instead. Yeah, I know it's very much different a Coatl than an Emrakul, but I'm afraid that I get Emrakul and then my opponent like. I don't know. I mean, obviously this is lacks of experience. Maybe the Emrakul is so good that it's unbeatable. We should always go for it. Coatl, yeah, Ice-Fang Coatl. And again, I could have done this play earlier, of course, but I felt like I was never pressured into doing it, whereas now with Teferi on the stack I am. Yeah, I don't know. Emrakul cost 9. I have 7 mana currently. What do you think about Magus? Of what? Of the Tabernacle? Am I winning? Down a game. Ooh, Wrenn and Six is really good. And Coatl resolves. You smell instant speed Supreme Verdict. That's okay. I can live with that. Let's attack Teferi down to 2 here. Then I want to play a Lightning Bolt on Teferi. Nice. I will also play a Wrenn and Six. Which can return the Sokenzan, as well as a fetch land. Okay, very good. Do I want to return a Sokenzan or a fetch land? I think I return a Sokenzan. And pass. Just taking these more aggressive line. Do I have a link for a tier 1 event? Yes, it's on my Twitter account. I have retweeted Simon Nielsen post. Yeah, Sokenzan beat. I like it. Did he have the charm? Oh, a march for Coatl. Ooh, sweet. I think I'm going to take this option to play Ephemerate. Oh, Pulano, and I just, who cares? Yeah, maybe that's better. You know, who cares? Coatl, go. I'll just go Sokenzan. Yeah. Sokenzan, but I bit my tongue. Because I already bit my tongue the previous day, so now I just keep on beating it. Biting it. Sokenzan. So opponent has 3, 6, 7 lands. They have the Delusion, the graveyard. They ending my Wrenn. Resting Pepega, Wrenn. Okay, end of turn, a couple of tokens. The Crucible of Defiance. Ooh, Spreading Seas, that's good. Let's first attack with my Spirit tokens. They all have aced, by the way. Then I want to go for a Spreading Seas on the castle to make them react. Oh, they don't. Nice. Teferino, Paperino. But I think I just pass here with my Solitude up. What do they do? The Wandering Emperor. Okay. I think I want to Solitude the token here. Yeah, I will. So I'm tapping out, which isn't ideal, but I think it's fine. I think I'm happy with this. One display into Verdict. Yeah. Do they have Verdict in their deck? They didn't have it earlier when I attacked the Teferi. I mean, obviously I might have drawn in 2 turns, but they didn't have it earlier. The Teferi Hero of Dominaria would be bad, of course, but I feel like this was an okay risk to take. There it is, a Teferone Paperone. Okay. They have 5 mana up. I'm beginning with the Teferi Time Raveler here. Let's see. I really hope this resolves. It would be very nice if it did. It would be very nice if it did, opponent. Yeah, it does not resolve. I'm Agent. That's okay. Nothing personal. Let's go Omnath, Locus of Creation here. Let's see if this one resolves. Dress down in response. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Let's attack. Let's attack the Wandering Emperor. Huh. And the Teferi. Allora, Teferi, Teferi. Teferi, Teferi, and this one on Emperor. So this way, if they block the token that goes on Emperor, Teferi dies. I don't really care about Emperor, so yeah, I think I like this. So it'll probably block Solitude, meaning that Teferi goes to 2 and the Emperor goes to 1. Emperor so OP. This is modern. This card is not OP. This card is a card that my opponent played. OP. What does OP there mean? Or overpowered? What did this card do? I mean, it's a good card, of course. We're playing a game of competitive Magic where we aim at casting good cards. So here, they might think about leaving, killing the Spirit Token and leaving the Teferi, the Emperor dying. Why do they print a PV with Flash? What do they have to do? Always print bad cards? I don't understand. This card is super cool. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so, wow. That's weird. They let both of the Planeswalker die? Okay, Caps. Alright. That was like probably the only block that I didn't foresee happening. What bolt is better than Unholy Heath in this list? That's a good question. I guess you're not really what's the word? Delirium, going to Delirium very quickly, and you want to have a good answer to Dragon's Rage Channeler on turn 3, maybe. That's the only answer I can give you. Of course you can go face, but that's less unlikely than decks like Izzet Murktide. It's very meaningless. Yeah, I agree. Tungsten Zephyr. Okay, they have a Colonnade. They have 3 cards in hand. Man, by the way, every time I join a league with this deck, I play against only control decks, and the league takes 3 hours. Obviously, like, this deck is low, but the fact that I always play against the control deck doesn't really help. Alright, I'm gonna use Ephemerate on the card that they target with Ending, I think. Yeah, both go face, but I don't think that's very much relevant in this deck. I honestly, like, the more I'm playing, like, even a split, I think it's fine. I've faced many large threats in this league that Unholy Heath would have killed. Alright, I slow rolled this Ephemerate very much, if you remember. If you remember, there was... There were a couple of spots in which I could have cast the Ephemerate, and I always chose not to. And now this is a very, very good spot to cast Ephemerate. Nice, okay. So I lose the Solitude. That's totally fine by me. They have one card in hand. I think I'm gonna win this. Let's begin with an Abundant Growth. Draw a card. Teferi Time Raveler. Okay. Let's cast it. Bouncing the Samurai token. Then I'll go ahead and play a Yorion. And I pass the turn. I'm going to... do I want to hit the Colonnade or the Castle Ventress? I'm gonna go on the Colonnade. Alright, they conceded. Good. Okay, good game. Let's go to game 3. Attack first? No, I didn't want them to block. So is Fury good in this matchup? I think the Solitude is also good, so I don't want to take it out. 4 bolts might be too many. They do play cards like the Wandering Emperor, though. Plus, I won the game with this 80 cards, so that means it was the perfect configuration. Otherwise, I would have lost the game. That's how Magic the Gathering works. Yammerkle wasn't even needed. I'm actually very happy that I went for the Coatl plan. Like, Coatl is good. We killed the Teferi. They had to play a March on it. It's good. I'm surprised they still have March. I guess they have to respect Ragavan, because some 4-color Yorion list play Ragavan. I don't. I had net decked the Andrew Ellen Bogan list. I made some changes, of course. Because a real Magic player net decks only 73 cards. Or in this case, 93 cards. Good boy. It was good. Coatl, a flying, flashy Bilfo Strix. Alright, let's go. I'm on the draw. I'm revealing my companion. It's a good end. Wrenn and Six is very strong, of course. We once again have Sokenzan, which put a lot of pressure on my opponents in the last game. They ran out of time at 10 minutes. Okay, I'll go just Steam and Stacked, I think. This one probably has to take a Temple Garden. I'll play Island Go, keeping up the counterspell for Teferi. It's a sweet little plains. I think I do nothing. Pretty big fan of doing nothing. I don't want to tap out for Abundant Growth. Sorry, tap out. Tap 1. Ooh, the Miss Land. Nice. Love to see that. I love to see that. Let's get a Temple Garden down here. Okay, I'm once again going for Sokenzan. My opponent's constrained, so they might move. So I don't want to move first. Now they draw land, Manaja. Okay, that's fine. Still go Sokenzan at the turn. Really happy with the Sokenzan over Basic Mountain. Okay, here I feel like I could play a spell. I feel like this is a window to play a spell. It's going to be Abundant Growth on my snow-covered island here. Draw a card. Unfortunately, I don't have double Counterspell up. I could if I had teetered up a... Do I want to cast a Wrenn? I think I will. Although I'm not going to defend it. So if my opponent goes Counterspell, I'll pass. Not fight back. The reason why I cast Wrenn here is because my opponent is in Memory Deluge / Wandering Emperor territory, so I don't mind making them tap down here. The Control Mirror has a lot of interesting nuances in which you do want to deploy threats in the spot in which you want to make them tap out. I'm really happy to have those spirit tokens because they keep the pressure up. And obviously it might sound little, but... Okay, now I might want to fight over the Wrenn and Six a little bit. Let's just go Wrenn with this type of mana here, though. Because if this resolves, I'm going to return a Windswept Heath and have double Counterspell up. Not that I have to, because I have Veil, but I could. You play Snapcaster Mage. I think I'm gonna go Veil of Summer. I think it's a very juicy timing for Veil of Summer. Very juicy timing for Veil of Summer. Cryptic Command. Then I'm going to kill the Snapcaster with Wrenn. And then I think I want to play a land here. Or maybe not. Maybe I just pass. Just missing a land drop. I think it's okay to miss a land drop here. I don't have... My cards in hand are very cheap. And I might want to cycle this Raugrin Triome later in the game. 1 mana Cryptic Command. Yep. That meant I had to kill the Snap with Wrenn, but that's totally fine. Like, if they go Prismatic Ending on my Wrenn now, I might even fight back, honestly. Yeah, I think I will. There's no cards that punish me on 2 or 3 mana. They don't play Veil of Summer. Okay, Otawara. Let's see if they have another Prismatic Ending. Or if they have to... Okay, another ending. That's fine. It's okay. The play was good, but nothing fantastic, to be honest. Let's go Abundant Growth here. Draw a card. I still have 5 mana, so I can return the Yorion if I want to. Ooh, Eladamri Call. I'll pass. I don't know what I'm calling for, though. Could be an Endurance. I can't cast Cold any Endurance, actually, so... Is this still Moneypile? It's missing Ragavan, so it's a little bit less of money. But still a pretty big pile. I think I'm going to go for a Fetchland Raugrin Triome. And then I think I want to cast the Eladamri Call, actually. I want to get some more information about what I find here. And then I will cast it. I don't think I can get punished end of turn by any spell. Even if they cast the Wandering Emperor, it's not a big deal. Then let me resolve. Now, I have 3, yeah. I think I like maybe Eternal Witness here. It's a pretty big threat for 3 mana. That's also a pretty big threat for 3 mana. Slowcaster Mage, the Witness. That's true. Let's go Eternal Witness for now. Might get back Wrenn and Six. If they counter, I'll let it go. Submary's Dismissal? Did you find that card? Summary Dismissal. Wow. I decided that it's more important to keep a Counterspell than play a Teferi. Because they might play a big Teferi and then I don't have a way. I guess I do have a way to kill with ending for 5. I didn't think about it. But again, I have this little clock here, so... nice. I like Coatl. I have a small clock, so it's okay. I'll pass. Again, I don't want to play Teferi. It's bad if they have... Oh, Solitude. I don't like it. You have an idea? For 100th gift sub. Alright. Let's see. Let's see C-Mac's idea. Ooh, they play Teferi? No. We don't do these things here. Luxon, thank you for the tier 2 sub. Wow. I don't know what that means, Luxon, but thank you for a tier 2 sub. Appreciate it, my friend. Yes, C-Mac, that's a cool thing. I'll let you know. Actually, it's already 1 p.m. so I hear my father clacking with the pans in the kitchen, so I have to go soon. Hopefully this match finishes in a reasonable timing. It's 800 press of 1 sub. Woohoo! Thank you, Luxon. You are probably just the first person to ever do that. How does that make you feel? You are a pioneer of the tier 2 sub. Elisha with a 14th month streak. Thank you so much for the support. Chat, it's nice. It's nice to see that. Okay, let's go for a Teferi time Raveler. Ayo, yeah, right? Okay, I am going to return an Abundant Growth because I want to draw a lot of cards here. E basta sta Prismatic Ending, ma che cazzo c'è for? Stop giving me Prismatic Ending. Two. I even like boarded out 1, so I have exactly only 3 and I drew them all. Do I place the Spreading Seas somewhere? Yeah, I feel like I'm fine tapping out here. You play some with Blood and Mane. It's tier 1 sub, unless... Okay, did I target? Alright, no, I was afraid I targeted another thing. Noob question. How does Abundant Growth interact with Blood Moon? Very well. It interacts it very well. In the best possible ways. Man, I drew 4 cards this turn. I drew 1 ending, 3 lands. It interacts it. Your land is rainbow, regardless of when Blood Moon comes in. Before or after. So I played it in a way in which made me... Oh, ending there. Sure, whatever. Same with Spreading Seas? No, Spreading Seas is different. Because the Abundant Growth is the enchantment that gives the ability to land. Whereas the Spreading Seas turns the land into an enchantment. Sorry, is the enchantment that turns the land into an island. So if you Blood Moon first or after matters. The timing matters on Spreading Seas. If there's Spreading Seas in play and then you play Blood Moon, the non-basic land becomes a mountain. Whereas the opposite, okay? Hope I cleared that for you. Okay, so let's return the Yorion to hand and pass. Timing makes a difference with Spreading Seas. Your pizza, yeah, your pizza has a star on it. I've never seen that before. Thanks, you're welcome. That's important to have those questions because timestamps is a really common thing in Magic. So whenever it happens, it's always difficult to understand. But Abundant Growth doesn't care about timestamps. It doesn't matter. It used to be a bug, but it's been fixed now. And alright, I think I'm casting an Endurance end of turn. Just because this is lethal and I want to finish the game and go to lunch. Porca merda. I got greedy. I should have waited. Summary Dismissal. Oh, yeah, because they didn't draw any Counterspell this game. Alright. Opponent's still alive. Still alive. Okay. I'll go Prismatic Ending here. Then I'll attack for 2. They concede. Yes! Alright! Despite the league is not over because we're 3-1, losing to Tron. That could have been avoided as well. I have to go to lunch. Gonna be a 4-match league only today.